human. Let's get a tweet. Let's get another Discord. Yeah. We'll see here. Let's... Okay. First things first. Twitter. Beanie, can you just stay put, buddy? I'll give you a new scarf in just a second. 'Cause Clark stole his other scarf. Not permanently. I got it from him, but more Christmas nail art polish testing. Can I type? Oh, I spilled water. There's water. Not everywhere, but in places it's not supposed to be, like on my keyboard. Okay, for a minute I thought I forgot to unmute myself also. Okay, there is the tweet. Now let's get a Discord sent out and see who is interested in hanging out and doing some nail art on a Friday night. Benny, I told you not to leave, please. Hey, yeah, hi. Can you get back up here? Thanks. Thanks, buddy. I'll be with you in just a second, Benny, I promise. Yeah. Hi, Music Al. Hey, Dino. Hey, KJD. I'm glad you guys could join me. I always, when I stream at like a non-standard time, I'm always like, I hope somebody shows up. You coming up here? All right. Bean is demanding the attention. Milani polishes, I know, right? You know, I can't remember last time I even saw Milani polish. I think, is it that Walgreens doesn't carry them and only CVS carries them? I haven't gone like nail polish hunting in an awful long time. Yeah, can we get you on your cam still? Get your little beanie face in there? Almost, a little bit. Say hi there. I've been gone most of the day, so. Not at CVS anymore either. But where the heck are they sold? Or are they like only on their website? I'm pretty sure Target doesn't have them. Or did they just stop making polish even? I don't know. When makeup companies stop making nail polish, I'm like, freaking why? Polished Soul, hello. They're extinct. Just the polishes or actually Milani? Milani still makes makeup, don't they? I don't know, Beanie. Do you know? Beanie says, I neither know nor care. Kitties don't need to worry about that shit. They had a cylinder bottle for a while. See, I don't even recall that. Like, this is the last time I had any Milani polish. Yeah, hello there, Beanie. You look so happy. Tilt this up just a little bit more. Hi. Say hi there, everybody. The makeup is at CVS, but not the polish. I mean, I very rarely ever go into a CVS because I get my prescriptions all at Walgreens. So if I go to CVS, it's like particularly hunting out something that they carry that I can't get somewhere else. Yeah. Well, welcome everyone. We are very shortly here going to get started. I'm actually not sure. Like, so tomorrow we're going to be working on the red and the black and the gold, the dry brush Christmas trees. And then, of course, the day after that will be the red, black, and gold water marble. I'm not sure if after that I want to do the icicle reciprocal or whatever I end up deciding to do with the greens. Hi. God, Beanie, you're shedding. And I mean, I wonder why I end up with fur in my water marbles, because, hello, Beanie's room. You want a new scarf, buddy? Clark stole his scarf off of him just a minute ago. So let's, how about a cream colored scarf today? Yeah? Should we put this on you? Like this. Ready? There we go. So handsome. Should we fold it like this? Yeah. Oh, you're so handsome. What a handsome little gray boy. And the whole scarf thing, I mean, it started out as kind of like a joke, but he actually seems kind of like it. You know, he's a snuggly cat. He likes being under blankets and things. So, yeah, you're so handsome. Everybody says so. Is this comfy? Come on, like this. A little bit of adjustment here. Yeah? He's purring. I'm not sure if you guys can hear him or not. Oh, you've got a headache, Musical. Well, I hope I can be a distraction for you. A bad polished person? No. Well, especially not now if they don't have Milani. They don't have anything special. We're for a little treat? You just settle down there. You be a stream kitty. Can't find any polish on their web. That's kind of sad. I'm always sad when a company... Oh, just took the treat and left. I see. I always find it kind of sad when a company stops making polish. I suppose and sometimes it's like, what came first? The store stopped carrying your polish, so then you were like, nobody was buying it, and you stopped, or you stopped, and then, well, of course, they can't carry something that you're not making. All right. I was sad because I discovered I thought I had like one or two more of the vanilla bean macaroon dessert teas, and I didn't. But this is the butterscotch blondie dessert tea, so I guess I shouldn't complain. This continues. This is gonna be like a theme for 12 days of Christmas. 12 days of Christmas, and in those 12 days, like 20 days worth of phone calls. Please stop ringing phone. In fact, you know what? Let's do it today. It's gonna go in here, and then hopefully my mic will stop picking it up if it does happen to ring again. Purr baby, fur baby. That's sweet. Coupons with extra bucks, yeah. Walgreens will do that sometimes too. The what do they call them? Balance rewards. Big Lots. That's sad for me too. Hi, Sunburnt. The Big Lots. There's a Big Lots by my grandma's house, and I just learned that it's closing. So I really should try to make a trip over there and see what they got on clearance. The one that was near to me already closed several years ago, and I'm actually not sure where another one even is in my area. So I'm not even sure quite exactly where we're going with this. If I want to pull out some more blues, if I want to pull out something darker, or if I want to, like, I don't know. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Amethyst. Some sanity in your life. Oh, I'm assuming since you're here, you got the kiddo down, so that's one battle won. Yeah, it's kind of like a Sunburn. It's like a sort of a discount store, but it's got like regular store stuff in it. So I don't know if they like get it when other stores are closing or what. But I mean, I found everything from, well, like somebody said, you can get Milani there. Is this okay? I may have dropped some food on my shirt during dinner. It's just out of camera range, so it didn't happen. Like Revlon's, Sephora, polishes, all kinds of different brands. Yeah. Payless. I mean, I understand stores just can't inevitably, wait, that's not the right word. They can't stay open if it's not profitable or whatever, but it's always just kind of a little bit sad because it's like, dude, that was my favorite store. Like, there's a Target that's right next to the library, and they're closing that, I think, at the end of this year, and it's like, that was so convenient to be able to do both at once. It does seem kind of like upper scale Kmart sometimes, Dino. Five Below. I've never been to a Five Below, but I think they have polish there. So, not town yet, but other people are also driving you insane. Ugh. People go crazy around the holidays. I think that's part of it too. Oh, that's even worse when you go there and then you're like, oh, well, I'm apparently shit out of luck. They smell weird. I don't recall any particular bad smell, but it's not like I recall a particular fresh smell either. We got our patio chairs from Big Lots, and I really like them a lot. So, and I mean, tons of stuff over the years, not just nail polish, weird foods, snacks, lawn furniture. Two GameStops right across the street from me. That I don't get that. I mean, maybe Starbucks, okay, because I mean, Starbucks seem like they're always busy. I mean, I've seen pictures of that too. People are like, Starbucks? Starbucks. Dino. The smell of deep discounts. So, we're going to... Okay, wait, hold on. One second. Let me grab this for anybody that was not with us last stream. I did find my initial... years and years ago, somewhat testing for an icicle reciprocal. We've got these here with kind of a darker blue than I really have in mind now, but with a holo. And I was thinking it was this holo, but looking at it, I am less certain. I am in fact pretty sure it's actually not that holo. So, well, I'm happy I found the testing so that I'm not like, oh, where'd that ever go? It's not really too super helpful for me. Yeah, if you're going to that far, you'll head to Ulta. Screw Big Lots. Okay, so I'm debating if I want to keep the whole thing very light blue and icy, or if I want to bring in some kind of more neon or electric blue like this, or if I even should pull out something that's a little bit darker. I'm thinking to use should have them out here, triangle nail vinyls. So I mean, reciprocal gradients are always twice as much work as a regular gradient, but this is not going to have a ton of real precision striping tape placement. My plan is to do it probably with the point toward the tip of my nail as the icicle. Icicles are triangly and sharp. But where can I'll just stick this back here, I guess. I need to get editing too. I was thinking I would have some time before I went to Grandma's today to edit, and I didn't. I don't want to wait until actually Sunday afternoon to be editing Sunday's tutorial, since we recorded it several days ago at this point. The shouty big cat. Oh, yeah. We just got a Hy-Vee that opened, and it's these grocery store politics and liquor store politics. There was a liquor store that was slightly farther down the road, and they came and moved in by the Hy-Vee. And then there was this other liquor store that was by the Cub Foods, and that closed, and now the Cub Foods is getting a liquor store inside of it. And it was the word on the street was that the people that held the lease for the liquor store were homies of the people at Cub, and they just refused to renew their lease, so that then there's not that competition for the Cub liquor store. Although, I mean, the one inside the Hy-Vee is going to be more competition because the Hy-Vee is all bright and shiny and everything. Yeah, go get your snack sunburned. Stalactites of water. Yeah. The Blurple Color Club. So you're probably talking about this one, maybe? I think that's the blurpliest. What's a Hy-Vee and what's a Cub Foods? There are grocery stores. What if you don't have Hy-Vee and you don't have Cub? We also have Lunds and Byerly's around here, which used to be Lunds and Byerly's, and now it's Lunds and Byerly's. I'm assuming you probably don't have those. We used to have Rainbow Foods. Rainbow Foods is, as far as I'm aware, gone from the state now. I'm trying to think what else we do have. I mean, there's like, you know, the Super Target has a grocery shopping area in it. All Cup Ramen. Yeah, I do like that one, and it's a very wintry blue. And I don't think it may make it more difficult to water marble, but I would like to go from like a cream or a shimmer to a holo. I don't think I want to do the whole thing holo, although I'm not ruling it out, because like, actually, that would be a pretty nice one right there. But then, is the silver the point of the icicle, or is the blue the point of the icicle? Probably the silver should be the point of the icicle, right? The point should be the lightest spot? Maybe? Your cat's with the sucking sunburnt. Beanie does not do that. Food for less. And yes, Aldi. We have Aldi. We do have Aldi. Albertson, Vaughn's, Stater Bros. Never heard any of those. Yeah, I can imagine, because you're like, oh my god, what is it? And then you're like, oh yeah, that's right. Blue, the deepest heart of the ice. So not exactly like a necessary, or do you mean like, when you say the deepest heart, do you mean the middle, or do you mean the wider end? I know I literally just said I don't want to do the whole thing holographic, but I like these three together. We'll see. We're going to do swatches like we've been doing. I really kind of like having that to go back and reference. Oh, we've got two. I've got two silver Color Club. Wow. See if my camera. Oh yeah. even with the ring light, it's pretty obvious. This one is a lot more hollow than this one. This must be from the. What is this? Yeah, that's from the. That's pretty interesting. So this one that is so obviously more hollow is oh, you're claiming to be blue. I guess I have to use you. This is Blue Heaven. I think this has faded a little over the years. It doesn't look blue at all. It looks purely silver. I thought this was Blue Heaven. What's this? That's Over the Moon. And then this is Beg, Borrow, and Steal, which I'm pretty sure is from the Halo Chromes. And it is hollow. You barely can tell on the camera except like right here in the corner. But it's nowhere near as hollow as the other one. I know I've worn Blue Heaven before. I mean, a lot of the original, like the first couple Color Club Halo collections were very subtle differences in the hollow. Like if you didn't have them like right next to each other, sometimes you really couldn't tell which one was which. But I thought that Blue Heaven. Okay, let's see if we can find a. Now I need to go look. Yeah, you used to be so much bluer, Blue Heaven. That's interesting. I mean, like you can tell which ones are the newer Color Clubs by the bottle logo. But this one hasn't faded so much. I guess if I block out some of the light, it does still look blue rather than silver. I don't know. I'm just surprised by that. I'm gonna drop this into chat so you guys can take a peek. It should be bluer though. The only other hollow I can think of I have that's faded this much is Later Gator, which if you guys remember when we were doing the China Glaze OMGs comparison, my old bottle of Later Gator was like turned completely silver instead of green. So that's kind of what I'm feeling from Blue Heaven here. It used to be much, much bluer. So this is our testing for the branches, which we did on Wednesday, accompanied by the water marble, which we did yesterday and I still have on my nails. And you guys, Grandma loved it. Seal of Grandma approval, which is tough to get. Let me catch up on chat here. I've been rambling. Part of his tie. Wow. Music gal's going to go lurk and eat. Hiccups for the third time in 2 hours. There's so many hiccup cures. Amethyst. I've tried so many of them because I get hiccups all the time. My current favorite is to hold your breath as long as possible. And what I've heard is the reasoning behind it is that the carbon dioxide that builds up in your lungs relaxes the thing that's like having little seizures and making you hiccup. So yeah, challenge your kid to see how long he can hold his breath, and it may get rid of his hiccups. And 2, when I get the hiccups, I'll get them. I'll get rid of them. 2-3 hours later, I'll get them again. I'll get rid of them again. 2-3 hours later, I'll get them again. Once I have hiccups, it's hiccups all day long. The psychedelic orangey color. Yeah, well, some of the newer ones. Do I still have We're getting quite a pile of rejects here too, you guys. Here. No, that's not. There we go. Like the Halo Chrome and the Halo Crush. The Halo Chrome, you really barely can see the holo on camera, but it is pretty hollow in person, but it's also very chromy. When I did a manicure with Over the Moon, was it called? It was really interesting because while I was doing the manicure on stream and painting it, it just looked chrome. It was very, very shiny. And then at the end of stream, I turned off my ring light and I put a different light on it, and all of a sudden all this holo popped out. And then the Halo Crush, you can see, is more like a glittery type of thing. And that's hollow too. But yeah, pulling out these old ones from the original collection, I see like they're definitely a more powerful holo. We also have on this page the testing that we did for the gold and the black so far. Probably tomorrow, when we stream, same time as usual as far as right now, 2 in the afternoon, we'll expand a little bit on this. I'm leaning toward, let me catch it in the light there. That's Misa Ghetto Fabulous, but we never tested any of the red dots, and I didn't really practice too much like my technique with that, and the water marble needs work too. So that's not quite ready to go, but I don't feel like working on it anymore right now. So that's why we're moving into the icicles. So today's the 7th. I'm so aware of time this year because I've got so much going on. Icicle, reciprocal, gradient. Okay. So. Yeah, and I hiccup like really high pitched and loud too. Or he'll pass out and you'll have some silence. Plug your ears and drink through a straw. Huh. That doesn't sound too bad. I'd be willing to try that. She didn't believe blue nail polish should exist. Oh my goodness. That used to be my mom. Well, not quite to that extent, but my mom, when I first started, she would never have worn blue polish. Yeah, well, and the original collections did have a silver, and I thought that's what this was. I wonder if I pulled out that silver. Is this it? I have some sitting here. Okay. I can tell that it's blue when compared to Harp on it, which is also, you barely can tell on camera. Can you guess which one is Blue Heaven and which one is Harp on It? They're both so full of holo. Even if I like shade the light a little bit. This is Blue Heaven. This is Harp on It. Maybe I'll swatch out Harp on It too. Actually, that might actually go better than, okay. Let's do our swatches and then we won't have to speculate. I bet it's Harp on It Sunburnt. If it's with the old style. A pine cone. That would be pretty cool. I've seen some really, really cute pine cone designs too, and that's super wintry. Okay, let's swatch here. We'll shake also. Some of these have been sitting here for a while. So yeah, this is Beg, Borrow, and Steal. This is a Halo Chrome. So it's hollow and chrome finish. The thing I was impressed with is that they were very smooth as far as brush strokes. I think I might have worn this as a manicure at some point too, but I don't 100% remember. Should we get in a little bit closer? Like, ooh, maybe one more. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. Then we have Harp on It. You're not going to want to focus there, are you? It's too high up with the autofocus turned off. And that is from one of the originals. So I'm trying to remember now. I think there have been 3 Halo collections. Halo hues, like 3 times in a row, and they were just usually referred to with the year the collection was released. And then the Halo Chrome and the Halo Crush more recently. So those are the 2 silvers. Then we get to Blue Heaven, which is not that blue. Actually, right there, it looks blue. It's just very tricky with the light. The next yes. I bet you're talking about the one I'm going to show next, Hello Kitty. Thanks for joining us. So let's get this out here. Oh yeah, definitely on the paper I can tell the difference. I mean, it's still not as blue as some of the later Halo blues. So I'm guessing, Hello Kitty, you're maybe talking about this one. This is Over the Moon. You can see from the bottle it's one of the older ones versus the new color. Oh, this again just goes to show I'm so sloppy with the caps. Yes, it's my polished sketchbook dino. I find it a little easier than just having little scraps of paper floating around all the time. Plus, I can go back and look at stuff. Yeah, that's a lot bluer. That's a lot bluer. And then we've got Crystal Baller. And this is, of course, even a step darker. And I forget who said they like this one. It is a little blurplier than the others. I mean, still very blue, more than purple. But some of these are almost slightly like turquoise leaning. Not quite, but when sitting just side by side with these, you would definitely, these are leaning a little bit greener. Thai noodle, yummy. Okay, what is this? This is from, what is their pastel collection called? I forget. This is Meet Me at the Rink. If I go with the cream, of course, I also got to keep in mind we're going to be reciprocaling, which means we need something that's like, see, this is a little more sheer than I would prefer. Like, that would be pretty hard on the second layer, unless I did like a white layer, and I don't want to get like too many layers, because of course we're not wearing these very long because it's 12 days of Christmas and we're in crunch mode thanks to my camera issues. Yeah, and a lot of times they don't even say the collection on them, although usually like some places like that you could tell, because like there's this is the old logo and then this is the new logo, and this is actually holding up pretty well. This is Pure Energy, And a lot of times, neons don't necessarily tend to age well. I've got a couple of neon pinks that have faded to baby pinks. And a couple others that just like aren't as bright as they used to be. This is still pretty bright. So that's all the color clubs. I also want to swatch out the Milanis. Because these are what I thought I originally tested. And then like I showed you guys, it was obviously not these. Where's... And, yeah, Rip Milani nail polish, apparently. Cloud 9. I think this is the one I have too. I also have a Cloud 9, at least that's what it claims on the label, that is a purple. Like the same kind of milky color, but in like a light lavender. And that's also like very on the sheer side. That's another one it would be difficult to do a reciprocal with. We've got Pool Party. And I think this is going to be really similar to Pure Energy. It's a little bit more aqua in the bottle. Yeah, leans a little bit greener. Also very sheer. I don't think we're going to be able to use the Milanis, you guys. As much as I kind of now like extra want to, now that I know they're like special. Ross. I always hear excellent things about Ross. I'm like, I wish we had Ross up here. Like, because isn't it like a drugstore? None of our drugstores carry Color Club. I really like Color Club. I wish there was a store around here that sold them more often. Or maybe I don't, because I would probably just... Yeah, I have the whole collection of Milani Holos. What are these? 3D holographic. Did I say the name of this? Cyberspace. But sitting here swatched out next to the Color Clubs, I mean, it's kind of not a contest. So, I'm debating if I want to stick with the same finish of Holo. I probably do. That would probably be easiest, especially considering the water marbling aspect of it. Yeah, I have, or is it a pink or is it a purple? Wait, that's not what I wanted. I wanted my tea. Back in my early YouTube days, there's a water marble with this, the green from the same collection, and I forget if it's the purple or like a pink that's kind of purple leaning. If you're interested, it's Neon Twist. If you search Neon Twist on my YouTube channel, it should pop up. It was one of my favorite water marbles at the time because it was like so bright and awesome. Say hi back for Trixie. I mean, your cats are kind of like our honorary stream cat, Sunburn, especially when Beanie ditches out on us because he's a little punk. Like he's got his new scarf, he got his treat, and he completely ditched out on us. Don't seem Christmassy, but they have Christmas names, so they're okay. The most keyboard walking cats on the planet. Yeah, thankfully Beanie stays off of mine. So, I kind of already know the question to this, but should I gradient with 3 colors or 4 colors? Obviously, the answer should be 3, because that's easier. And well, I'm trying not to cut corners. I'm also trying not to create extra corners, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because it breaks my heart a little bit to super slave over a manicure and then take it off the next day. That's why in a lot of cases, or maybe not like a lot, but several times in the series, I have kind of cheated by just doing an accent nail. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm still able to record a tutorial and show everything, but it's a time saver and it's a... you don't feel like it's not a waste of time. It's never a waste of time, but sometimes it's a waste of time, if that makes sense. Yeah, but also too, I mean, my nails are short right now, you guys. I mean, Make sure I don't have anything under my nails before I show you guys the underside. But I mean, like this little middle one right here, especially, I barely have any free edge. They still look good. I'm not like, oh, I hate my nails at this length. I actually kind of like them at this length, but I would prefer them a little bit longer. I really liked them where they were before I filed them down and broke like 4 of them. Yeah, it depends on how you, cause like, I don't remember. Were you here when I did my my depression awareness gradient musicale? That was a reciprocal too, and that came out so freaking good, and that was only 3 colors. I'm kind of leaning toward 4 though, because like these 4, if I were to cut one out, which one would it be? Like, I don't want to cut out the silver, I don't think, even though we're mainly going blue. I kind of don't want to cut out this one because it's the deepest color. I feel like this is a transitional one and this is a transitional one, but they're both important. I feel like if I cut one off, I wouldn't want to lose either one of the middle ones, so I'd need to cut off one of the end ones, and I don't want to cut off one of the end. Well, let's just see. Maybe none of these are going to water marble and it will be a non-issue. So let's grab a napkin. See how this goes. Yeah, I mean, when you're doing a reciprocal, the thing is, like, hi. Okay, come over here. Get in your chair. Up. More lap time? Come here. What do you want? I know you guys hear him meowing. Oh, it's dinner time. You guys, I'll be right back. You must be, I mean, this microphone is wonderful. Come up here and tell everybody how hungry you are, Beanie. How hungry is Beans? How hungry is this little boy here? Hey, where'd your scarf go? Did your brother take it? Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go feed him. I gotta go see what happened to his scarf and make sure that Clark isn't like swallowing it. I'll be right back. Yes, buddy. Ma, does he have any scarf? Cream? Cashmere? I just put it on him and he came back without it. Well, he's been somewhere for about half an hour. Yeah, I mean, as long as Clark hasn't, like, swallowed it. Also, I'm feeding him because he won't leave me alone. Okay? But I would like to... I mean, hopefully Clark wouldn't be dumb enough to swallow the whole thing like that person whose dog ate a sock and died. But I would like to find it, so if you could look around for me, that'd be great. Because I'm still streaming. Oh, I forgot to mute. You might have heard me hollering in the background there. I did not find the scarf, but I will look more later. He is fed. Let's see here. I could pop a Holo top coat on. Kitty. Yeah. We'll see. If these work, I will probably go with these. Although, ooh. I'm like just like peeking in my drawer here. I have the blue drawer kind of gaping open. I'm like, ooh, those might make a really good gradient. And hello, Mrs. Shrado. Blah, blah, blah. We are I'm not sure. This on my nails here, this snowy water marble, this is gonna be day 2. This will be up on Monday. Day 1 is the snowy branches that this water marble was inspired by. And every other day is going to be a water marble. Excuse me. Okay. Maybe that's like a nervous tick for me. I seem to be burping a lot on stream lately. Or maybe it's because I slurp my tea. That was a very consciously quiet sip. Yeah, exactly, musical. I gotta do all 4. And I don't know what day this is going to be. It was originally planned. I've forgotten what day I even originally planned it for. And this is why the sketchbook is so nice, because I could just go back in here. I've got all my notes and stuff for 12 Days of Christmas in here. Okay, so originally this was planned to be day 5 and 6. I thought that I might possibly push it to day 7 and 8 because I thought maybe green should come right after red, and I thought maybe I should have longer in between sponging techniques because day 1 was sponged. So do we already want to be back to sponging by day 5? I mean, I guess that's actually like 3 days in between, but I'm really having trouble with the greens. I'm not sure how green I want to go. I'm not sure if I want to throw in some silver. I'm not sure if I want to do wreaths or if I want to do some sort of garland again, because I really, really liked the garlands I did last year. Yeah. I have 2 sunburned. I'm pretty sure I have. I'm not sure if I've used these specific ones, but I think so. The song Dr. Crowtron could not comprehend. Yeah, sometimes he really is needy, Hello Kitty. I mean, I'm not positive he's a Russian blue, but he looks pretty much like a Russian blue, and he seems to have Russian blue tendencies from what other people say. Oh, yeah. Well, congrats on your new phone. I need a new phone so badly, but shit, especially after the new camera purchase, that's being pushed off even further. There's nothing wrong with it except for the fact that it's so old that stuff is starting to not work on it anymore. Like when I just went to California, the United app and the Delta app won't work with my OS. So I was kind of not completely out of luck, because you can still like have it emailed and then pull it up on mobile web browser, or old fashioned get a paper copy. But I figure eventually something I really like need to use or want to use, like, you know, Instagram or Twitch, is gonna break, and then that's gonna force me, or it'll actually break. Like my phone, I'm apparently like an oddity. My phone is, and there's Beanie on my phone, 5 years old, 5 years plus old. It's a Galaxy S4. I got a memory card for it and a new battery, and it's just kept going. So many people seem to just like destroy their phones or just constantly upgrade, and I'm like, why? So freaking expensive. Yeah, day 1 is on Sunday on YouTube. I'm trying to I would have gotten started even sooner, but I had these camera problems and I waited until Cyber Monday to order my new camera. So then I had to wait for that to arrive. My old camera still is, turning off after approximately a minute. So, as you can imagine, that makes it a little bit difficult to record tutorials, especially because you don't know when it's going to be right a minute on the dot, or when you're going to get only 40 seconds, or when you're going to get a minute and a half. And it was getting worse and worse, like very subtly worse and worse. But when I was editing, I could tell the jumpiness and stuff. So waiting for my new camera to come, I did not get as early of a start as I want. But I'm enough ahead of the game that I'm not having to test, record, edit, and upload one tutorial all in one day. Like I recall some days, like literally, you know, it's 10:30 and I'm still editing a video, trying to get it up before midnight so that I make this 12 Days of Christmas thing. And I feel like this year And I'm just like folding some test strips. I think most of you guys know, because I thought I had another one, but I apparently don't. I really feel like this would have been the year. I planned to get started when I got back from California. I planned to get started like mid-November working on this so that everything was just like ready to go. And so that I could enjoy the manicures longer. But due to camera stuff, not so much. But we did get a head start. We got 2 days recorded already, and we haven't even started uploading to YouTube yet. But yeah. Yeah, I really don't know if I see any reason to upgrade to the newest new thing, other than maybe that would keep you from having to upgrade as fast again. But like, I don't have $1,000 to spend on a freaking phone. My phone is not... I feel like I'm probably just old enough to not feel that, like, connected to my phone. It's not like... I mean, I enjoy it and I love it, but this was my first phone. Before 5 years ago, I did not have a phone, and people were constantly like, no cell phone? Like, I've never heard of such a thing. My mom still does not have a cell phone. And my aunt doesn't either. My dad has a cell phone, but he refuses to do any non-phone related activities on it. I'm like, why do you even have a smartphone? You won't even install Google on it because somebody told him it'll drain his battery. Off a desk onto a hardwood floor. Yeah, and that's the other thing. All these people breaking their phones, but will they put a case on it? No. This little cheap case, which I'm actually about to replace because it's literally... See if I can sneak it on camera here. On its ridiculously short charging cord. This big old crack here, which I've glued, and actually the last time I repaired it, I used gel polish, and I stuck it under my lamp and I cured it. But like, that thing is taken direct, like, falls from like bra level, so you know, about 5 feet up, to cement. In cases where if I don't have pockets and I'm going like up or downstairs, I'll like just slide it in there. Then, you know, you forget about it and all of a sudden it launches itself free and you're like, God damn it. Anyway. See, I think that's weird. I always assumed it's like because they grew up with it, you know, and it's, they don't know, not that they don't know how to be without it, but they're so used to having it that they just... Because what do they say in the reports? People look at their phone like 70 times a day? I ain't got time for that. It is pretty if you're talking about my phone case. I love that phone case, and if I could find it again, I would just repurchase it. I really would. But, I mean, it's an old phone, so when I'm looking for new phone cases, the selection is kind of unfortunately limited. I mean, I've even thought, like, if I were ever, and it's like an intimidating space, but if I were ever to like sell stuff, I was like, man, water marbled phone cases could probably be a thing. Instead of just like the generic, the one, I ordered a case one time and it was like, it looked one way on the website, and when it came, it was like this completely different, ugly part of the pattern. I was like, let's do some customized water marble phone cases. Okay, so... going to be working on these for, I think what we'll do is we'll do 2 tests. I want to keep them probably in gradient order, so from silver, lightest blue, medium blue, dark blue. Excuse me again. We'll see how the water marble looks over black, and we'll see how the water marble looks over silver, and we'll see how the water marble looks over white. Bother him more if you forgot yours than it would even bother you. Holo glitter. I would like that. You know what I would like a holo glitter of? Coffee mug. But not just like any coffee mug, like the type of mug that I like. I was just shopping for a new mug, and I was like, oh, these are all so ugly. I found one that I like. It's like a green metallic. But I was like, why doesn't this come hollow? That's almost kind of cute though, Amethyst. Okay, let's paint black on this half. Well, that's a lot of polish. I don't really need that much. This lovely, luscious one coat China Glaze liquid leather. I'm gonna be mad when this bottle's gone. I hope the next bottle I get is this good. And I think on the other side of this, we'll do silver. And I mean, holos over black can really, really change their personality. Now that I think about it, I think I used 2 of the 4 of these. I don't remember. I've got so many tutorials at this point, it really does get hard to remember. Ooh, I see you in there. We haven't even gotten started, and I already spy a beanie hair in the cup. Let's get this down here. Get some polish remover. I'm gonna need to refill this. Okay. For a minute, I thought that this about to here was all the acetone that I have left, but I spy my spare extra large bottle. Are you sure it isn't time for a colorful metaphor? So let's... Come here. Get out of there. Alright, now we learned our lesson yesterday, didn't we? What are we going to do first? Clean the surface. Very good. Wow, in the water... Less so on camera. In the water, it's very obviously blue. From my angle. And what we're doing here, we're just pulling the polish to the edge of the cup so that we can clear out the surface. Sometimes even when you're starting with clean water and a clean cup, I don't know, weird things happen. Stuff gets in there. Cat hair. And last time we went to get started and we didn't do this. And it kind of sucked. So, water with no polish. Make sure we're at a good angle here. Do we want to be? Let's get just a scooch out. Can maybe get the bottles in here. Shnoom. Okay. So we'll start with silver this time, and then the next one we'll start on the blue end. Now, well, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Come on. It really is hard to see on camera. Oh, these aren't even open yet. I'm so dumb. Oh, I only missed one. Okay. For a minute, I thought I just didn't open the rest of the bottles. Now we'll be able to see a little bit. It's still almost invisible on camera. Maybe do 8 rings? Don't know how warm this water is either, because my room was a little on the chilly. It's still a little on the chilly side. And you're getting out around there, but it's okay. We'll just do flower shape for now. See how nice and smooth they draw, though. Like when we were working, even with the snowy water marble, because we were using those kind of heavily shimmered metallics. We had some lines that did not really want to draw very smooth. Still got that hole in the middle, though. I've lost my touch with that, like, severely. Careful little dip. Nope, nope. It's gonna have a hole in the middle, which is fine. I'm not actually planning on using the middle anyway, but I'm kind of frustrated. Wow, that really wasn't centered very much at all. Over the black though. I think it's hard to see, but I think you're seeing how you really can't see the pattern. Like it's flashing, it looks either black or silver or just blue, the blue section of the holo. So over black is definitely a no. So the question is really going to be over holo or over white. So for this one, we'll go in opposite order. We'll start with the darkest blue. I think I can maybe see what you're thinking, Dino. That might be interesting. I definitely want to do some more veil technique eventually. I have a couple ideas in mind that I think would just work really well with that technique. Oh, come on here. Yeah, those two are very, very close colored in the water marble. They seemed less close when I was swatching them out next to each other on the paper. See, and even like there, you can kind of tell the difference more than in this couple of rings here. We'll do another quick flower. Flowers are always good for testing because it kind of just lets you, it's like a, what do they call it when they're doing like scientific tests? It's like a control. You know, it's kind of just a basic pattern, like see how the polish is performing with the colors that you've chose, the order that you're currently trying. And then once you know how they're working and what you're doing, you can branch out and try a couple other techniques. I kind of feel like they spread better in this order. That's very icy looking. It's kind of hard to tell the difference. Like, I think you see more of the pattern and more of the different colors over white when you use like a holographic background. Then kind of the whole thing starts getting so hollow that you lose some of the design. Like you can still see it's a flower design, but I think white for the background of the water marble. Of course, that also brings up, might have to test that, whether we'll need to do a white layer in the sponging, or if the sponging will be okay with just holo on holo. We'll see. Let's try a couple other patterns. And if anybody missed the red and black testing, God, that's really, let's move this out of the way. It's too close. I'm trying to be careful here so I don't spill the open polish or the cup full of water as I squeeze this in here. So these are the red and black. And this is kind of like a variety of stuff going on here. And I've got a couple more things that I want to test on also. And this is in most cases, well, it's the same red in all of them. It's a couple different blacks. And then I think these tests represent about 4 different golds, including the 2 that I did decide to go with. But there's still some things to be worked out in the water marble, as you can see here. The one I'm kind of leaning toward, like right now, and I don't think, I'm trying to remember if this is even the right color in the water marble, is kind of this one. It reminds me of, well, it's a marble technique, but like you ever open up a book and it's got like a water marble page cover? in this kind of a design. Like, they do various designs. I watched a documentary on it one time, and it gave me like all these ideas that I wanted to try in water marbling, and several of them I still have not tried. But it's like a very organic sort of a stripey situation. Or like this sort of a thing, not as a chevron, but as like a single nail section. But I don't think I'd test. Well, this one's kind of like that. See, this was the problem with the gold. This I know is Ghetto Fabulous, and the red and the black were disappearing. So we're gonna, when we retest again, we're gonna have to play around with how we're doing the bullseye. Yeah, I don't know. We got to figure that out soon, you guys, because that's upcoming very shortly. We'll be recording that water marble on Sunday, if everything goes to plan. Doing the freehand Saturday and the water marble Sunday of the red and gold and black. The Ripley one. And it reminds me too of like and it's something I want to try when I try the fluid art decals too. Like sometimes you'll see the fluid artists and they'll do like a cup, instead of just pouring it out, they'll pour it in like a circular, and it's like spreading out, and it's like circular, and it ends up looking like a cool what is the word? Like the rings in a tree. What do you call it when you have just like a slice of tree? God, my brain. The freehand design is going to be these, yeah, there's the one. Dry brush trees. I got to find a way to make them look more like a Christmas tree. I'm even thinking possibly maybe I just need to tape off a triangle and then like dry brush and then like remove the tape. Or I do the red, black, and gold as garlands, like swooping across the tip or swooping across the cuticle, and then I do something else like a Christmas tree design with the green. I don't know. I'm really torn with those. Some of the other ones I'm very, very certain on. The designs, I'm just kind of... Like, I can see how all of them would look, and they all kind of look good, and I can't decide which one I actually want to do. Oh, well, I may... Wait, are you in my same time zone, Sunburn? I forget. You might catch the beginning, or it may end up going long. I mean, we've had some long streams recently. Yeah, Chicago. That's right. Oh, the laptop is slow. I feel that way sometimes with my Chromebook. It's getting so old now. It's getting slow. Okay, let's try a different pattern here. If I'm up early enough, I feel like I might start tomorrow's stream a little bit early. But assuming that I'm going to wake up early is like kind of stretching in the first place. I feel like it would be nice to get it done and out of the way so that I could really put in some crunch time on editing. But I don't know if it'll work out that way. Okay, so I felt like starting with the darker blue worked a little bit better, so we're doing that. The 8 drops seemed to work out pretty good, so we're doing that. And it would be kind of cool. I wonder if we can do kind of like a chevron-y, kind of a stripy design. Or maybe just stripes. When's the last time I did a striped water marble? It's probably been a while. Decisions. Yeah, the VODs are handy. And of course, I mean, Twitch doesn't keep the VODs forever, but everything does eventually get uploaded to YouTube. Let's try stripes. See how this looks. I'm thinking the colors are maybe too similar for stripes. And the rings aren't necessarily thick enough. Stripes a lot of times work out a little bit better if you have some thicker rings. Like, I feel like this is just turning into nothing. Yeah, I don't think I'm a fan of that. Or maybe I would want to add like another drop of the darker blue in the center if I did go that way. Of course, maybe... What if we add a little bit of this too? Unless this changes, I don't think this is what I want. That actually looks better than I thought. But not I think what I want. 8 years old, maybe 10. And then in that case, you gotta be happy it's still kicking. Yeah. It like a when they ripple in at shore and then ripple back out. I want more of the dark blue showing. Maybe I should just go for 9 drops and add 1 more in the center. Or stagger where I'm starting. Maybe let's try that. Let's stagger where we're starting. So instead of... Because like we talked about before, you gotta be careful about like forcing too many drops into the cup or you're gonna end up with weird stuff going on. So let's start with the light blue into the silver, and then that will let us end on the medium blue and still have 8 drops. Yeah, and that was kind of my thought, but I wanted it to be different. So descriptive, I know. Let's try this. Let's do this. Let's do slightly wider chevrons in the first pass. I bet this will be better. Alright, we're gonna go a little bit wider here. Not a lot wider. I feel like I'm getting some pulling. Maybe I should push this with a couple more drops of polish because we're getting a couple bald patches. Like at the edges there. See how that looks. I think this is going to bring in a little bit more of the darker 2 blues. Oh yeah. So, see this one compared to that one. They're actually both pretty nice. I still feel like it's... like it's not quite what I want though. Whoa, don't slide around here. I want to try something else, but I'm not quite sure what. I want to try a little bit of... Maybe we'll take a break. We'll let my brain percolate a little. We've learned that they do water marble properly, at least. We'll let my brain percolate a little bit on what... Like I said, I think I've said this before too. If you don't like something, sometimes it's hard to figure out what you need to correct until you figure out what it is about it that you don't like. And sometimes your brain needs a little bit of time for that. So... this is our sponge from before. Let's just snip. Actually, that didn't turn out very neatly, did it? There we go. And I don't mind using little mutant sponges for testing. So, oops. Okay, it was dry enough. So the question is, let's see which side of this do I want to use? Let's use, yeah, this side is probably the flattest. A light pink holo. I know what you mean. It's like when the sun hits it at a certain angle, it can look a little bit pink, but I think I want to stay in the blue and silver. Okay, so silver. That's interesting how different it looks on the sponge. Almost like a steely silver. They all look much, much darker on the sponge. Isn't that interesting? I mean, I think so. Compared to their swatches. I mean, huh. Oh yeah, I really like these as a gradient. And like I said, I don't think I want to take out any as far as the gradient goes. If I were going to take one out, I almost would want to take this one out for one that's slightly closer to this one. Like, this one is not enough of a transition color. I still like it though. We're not going to switch them, because I can only afford to be so picky. Being less picky is less stressful. And I think I can resolve some of that by getting a little bit more overlappy on the sponge. Especially since we're going to have to shrink this. This is too big. I'm going to need to be super, super mindful of that. So once it's condensed down to nail length, that'll help with the smoothness of the gradient too a little bit. And we're gonna... Does this need one more coat? It's cat hair that got sponged into there. It's there forever now. Yeah, and it's interesting because, like, even the gradient ends up looking a little bit darker than the swatches. And, like, you hold the sponge next to the gradient, it doesn't look as drastically different as the sponge next to the swatches. I don't know. Sometimes some of it's just an optical illusion too, like your eyes are playing tricks on you. Like that thing where there's a dot and then there's a donut, and it asks you if the dot is bigger or the whole of the donut is bigger, and they're like, "Oh, surprise, they're the same size." Because your brain is like, "No, really, this one's bigger." I think it's sometimes that happens with colors too, depending on what the color is next to and that sort of thing. Okay, let's leave that to dry for a minute. Let's go back to work on the water marble now. Even though that didn't take very long and I have not come to any conclusions here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and that does happen some. It happens less with these type of sponges that are my favorite now, because you can kind of see they're a little airier than your traditional, like, dang it, I had one here as an example for a long time and now I've lost it. Like the ones they sell at Target are a little bit denser, and a lot of times with that, as you paint it on, exactly like you're saying, you'll see it soak in, and then you'll see like the shimmer or the hollow just like sitting on top of the sponge, and that can make it harder to do a gradient too, because it just doesn't want to evenly disperse. Alright, so with this, I'm going to try and cram 10 drops in here, and I'm going to slightly change... Oh, wait. Yeah, I need another test strip. Don't want to realize you need one once you're done marbling. I don't have a link right now. I bought them... I found them at various places. Once I even found them at Target. The last ones that I bought on just a whim, because I was looking at them on the website. I was like, those look like those airy ones that I like. I bought them from Sam's Beauty when I bought my my faux dreadlock extensions. They're And this isn't the only brand that makes them this way. Like I said, at one point I got them at Target of this variety, and they were the Target up and up. The ones I'm using right now are Swispers Make-Offs Cosmetic Wedges. And like when you compare the two kinds, so here's like, compared to, these are from Target, but these are from Ulta, and they're pretty much the same. Let's zoom in here. And you can use whatever sponge you have handy, but I mean, it is going to make a difference. It's kind of hard to show on camera. You can kind of almost see like more by the top of my thumb. See how smooth and sharp and clean the edge of this is, and see how the edge of this is a little bit more spongy. It's like this is a very dense sponge, and this is like a lighter, airier sponge. Like you really can barely even see the sponge holes in this, and glitter and shimmer and stuff will definitely stick right to the top. This is a little bit more airy, and doesn't seem to have the same problem. And I just like them because I feel like, no, I don't just feel like, I do get smoother gradients with them. And I'm not quite sure why. And you can get a smooth gradient with other kind of sponge too, but I found it easier with this type of sponge. And I think I even have an example. When did we test that, you guys? It was a couple weeks ago. Is it that? Ah, I think it was this. Okay. I really need to not spill this cup of water here, trying to get my notebook up here. The only difference in this gradient and this gradient is the type of sponge that I used. This was the airier sponge, and this was the denser sponge. And you can still see the lines in there. It just was easier to get a completely, your exact musical. I swear you are on top of the shit, just like you helped me find that gold Essie. But yeah, so I was like, I just had them both out. I was like, what the hell, let's see if there's a difference. I don't think there will be, but let's check. And there was. And I was like, oh, okay. And with some work, you could smooth this out. It's not the end of the world if you can't find my special preferred kind of sponges. But when I did that side by side, I was just like, okay, I really do like these sponges better. Just make things, there's no reason not to make things as easy as possible. Of course, if you can't find the sponges and you got to search all over, then that kind of takes away from the easiness of just being able to pick up some sponges at the store. I need to look a little closer on Amazon and see if I can like zoom in and see the pores of the sponge and see if I can find a similar consistency. Burn the tickle out of your throat with tea. Make sure to stick some brandy in there too. That'll help, Dino. Caramel. Oh, the caramel tea by Bigelow. I actually know exactly. That's so delicious. I'm also on a dessert tea. This is butterscotch blondie. Oh, we're way too close here. Let's remember to zoom out. Butterscotch blondie, Tazo, dessert tea. Walmart sells the Swispers. That's good to know. I'm not sure all Swispers are the same. So, that might be a reason for me to go to Walmart. I don't have very many reasons to go to Walmart. I'm not a huge Walmart fan. The Walmart here is super janky, even for a Walmart. Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Let's make sure these aren't stuck to each other. All right, let's see if we can get a slightly better pattern. Let's see if we can cram 10 drops in this cup. And Let's see if I can improve this kind of chevron look into something that's more icicle looking. So another round will be 8, and then we'll do 2 more. And these are really spreading very nicely. You guys know when we were doing the black and the red and the gold, we were having some struggles. Even the snowy, the one I have in my nails right now, we had some struggles. There were issues. This should be absolutely fine, as long as I can just figure out what design I want to do. So, I'm going to do the slightly wider chevrons again. Like so. And I mean, once I start doing the manicure, I would even go so far as to maybe count the number of strokes I'm doing so I'm consistent with strokes. So if I want to do like this. Okay, let's see how this looks. Got a little bit of residue on the corner there. It's not a big deal because it's testing. I do like this better. I don't know if it's more icicle-y. And I do definitely still have some bald patches in there. Should I be trying to cram in even more drops? Or should I be trying to do a different kind of a pattern? Yeah. Well, it really can depend, because I would generally say the same thing about most dollar stores. But the dollar store by my grandma is so freaking nice. And it's the same Dollar Tree as like the couple by me, but it's like, I don't know, it's like so nice. Let's do it. Let's go for 12. Let's go for 12. Or, no, let's go for 12. If that doesn't work, then we'll possibly visit the idea that just popped in my brain. And we still want to end on like the medium blue, so that's why I started on the lightest blue. Gotta be mindful of these things. And go quickly. See, we're getting iffy. One more round, you guys. We're gonna force it. Go, go, go. Doesn't want to stretch for me. But, how do you feel when I do this now? See, that's nice. I mean, I could just do something super, super simple, like just shwoom, one line right through the center. But if I did that, then I'd probably only be able to do one nail per cup, which is not something I want to do. It's the outer rings. They're not exactly dry, but can you see how they're tearing when I do the... Like, I'll go across and it's fine, but as I pull here, you see how that point is also pulling and it's opening up and it's creating a little bald spot. There again. I mean, I could start further toward the center, but then you're not getting the full... See, and then we've got this whole little section right here is naked. There's no polish here. There's no polish right here. The center is really good. Like here. It's like here is where the problem starts about. And here's where the problem starts about. But if we just do this, that's... Like, I don't dislike this. I would really, really like to do something that I can dip at least 2 fingers in. And hello, Jackie. I don't think I said hello. Walmart better than Target. No way. No way, Musical. I haven't seen a mirror since the Reagan administration. Yeah. Yeah, that is frustrating. It's like they're trying to make the smaller targets into super targets, and there's just like really not room. But and of course, I mean, it's a local company here, so it's a very Minnesotan thing to do, don't you know? Go to Target on a Saturday afternoon. Oh, creepy. I mean, there's a way to give compliments, not be a creep. But I think a lot of people don't have the home training to recognize the difference. Yeah, a lot of the super stores, especially the ones that have been like remodeled, it's like you're trying to be something you weren't built to be. I'm still feeling like I'm like racking my brain. I'm like, what else do I want to do here? I don't want to do a swirl. I don't think. I just did petals. Like, I thought about maybe all the water marbles would just be petals. Like, wouldn't that make things so much easier? But wouldn't that make things so much boringer? Yeah, no, you don't need 2 Walmarts. You don't. Like, I suppose I could do like pointy flower, but then that's still like a flower. I could do a swirl, but I'm not really feeling the swirl. I could do vertical stripes or horizontal. I've done icy vertical stripes before, and I don't feel like horizontal stripes would look very icy. Yeah, it's like, make up your mind, Target. A lot of the ones around here, they remodeled, and it's like, who are you trying to be, Target? Like, now they have like, they like, instead of the aisles facing this way, now the aisles face this way. Some of them are at a slight angle. They've got all these people in there going, hi, can I help you? It's like, yeah, leave me the fuck alone like you used to. Go away. Don't need help in Target. I know what I'm getting, and I'm going to get like 10 other things also. Yes. The poinsettia, I wanted to do the red, black, and gold in a poinsettia design. I'm 90% sure that's not going to work because the gold is not going to cooperate. Unless I went with the doing red and black water marble and then painting gold accents on. Yeah. Yeah, that's been on my list like since the first time I think I did a striped marble, and I was like, this could be wood grain. I just need to get some brown polish. I've also wanted to try like freehanding wood grain. Yeah. Yeah, the place where the shelf used to be. What? No, that probably wouldn't work. Let's do a pointy flower. We could do. No, I don't think I want to do a burst, because I would probably run into the same problem I was running into with the chevrons. Let's do a pointed flower. Let's do 10 drops. I think the 12 was kind of pushing it. Because you saw how they weren't really spreading in the center. Yeah, it's the ice-covered poinsettia. Or... No, okay. I'm overthinking things so much, you guys. So much. Alright, 2. And then we'll do another round and a half. Hello, come on. I mean, I suppose, well, I need to complete one idea before I start thinking about other ideas. I also need to really be mindful and have a light touch here if I don't want to end up with bald spots. Because I can actually even see them now that I'm like being hyper aware of them, even in the petal strokes. Like it's trying to go like at the edge here. Is that showing up on camera? If I go like that a little bit. So we're really just going to have to be very, very mindful. See, I ripped it right there. You can see there's not... You don't see the stroke of the flower, you just see her rip in the polish. At least I don't have a hole in the center yet. Ooh, that's sticky. That's starting to dry. I mean, that would be different than this because this is pretty fat petals and this is skinnier petals. I should have maybe gone with fat petals if I was going to plan on pointing. Oh no, that just tears it right the hell up, doesn't it? It's like this polish is very delicate. The smallest little thing and you've got a bald spot in the whole design. I mean, look at what we just did here. And I mean, I did that kind of intentionally. But can you see how like each of these petals is separate from the others? Like, see, I can pull this whole one here away because there's gaps in between each of the petals. I wonder if... See, it's still only 68 degrees in my room. I wonder if part of the problem is that it's too cold in here. In which case, I mean, there's not much I can do. My space heater is already on. Yeah, Dino. Trying to help people get their step in. Wood grain water marble. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah. That's great. That's a great effect, especially the one on the bottom right. That's awesome. I'm intrigued by this water marble snowman idea now. Let's okay. If I want to do 10... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Okay, yeah. Okay. We'll try and do a snowman. And then... This may be our last water marble test. We'll go back and mess with the gradient some more. Because, I mean, the important thing is that they do water marble. Finalizing the design. I mean, it would be great to get this, like, all... so it's completely ready to go. But finalizing the design is not super important. Just so long as we know we can do something with them. Come on, get in there. Gonna spread a little bit more? No. So, we're stretching a little bit. I'm trying not to go all the way to the edge because that seems to make it want to rip more. We do, some of you maybe remember my lava lamp water marble. Whoa, sorry. So the top, the head, we'd want just a little small circle. And then the body, we'd want a fatter circle. I feel like I'd almost want the center to be a little bit skinnier. I don't know if I could fit 3 circles on my nails though, especially because then it starts getting smaller again toward the bottom. At least not with these polishes. But it would be a little something like that. If you have very elastic polishes like we've talked about before, you could probably shrink these down by dipping in and pulling out, but you see how that just left a hole. Like a polish that's a little bit more elastic would have, and the whole thing would have gotten smaller instead of just leaving a hole. I don't think I can fix that. Maybe I should just do straight up stripes though. That's a thought. Not straight up stripes. Straight up straight petals, not flower petals. Let's try that. Okay. Oh, I think I'm like, whoa, Chad's busy. All about when I said the temperature. You amethyst. I mean, so the thing is, and I've mentioned this before, this is a pretty old house. This house was built in like 1880 something. So it's old. It doesn't have the super greatest insulation, and it has a super old-fashioned heating system. It has gravity heat, so that means there's not like any fans and heater vents in every room. There's like 2 heater vents on the main floor and 1 heater vent upstairs. And even though it's fairly close to my room, because it's just gravity heat, heat rises, it doesn't really circulate super well. So I have a space heater in my room. And how cold it gets in my room kind of depends on how cold it actually is outside, if it's windy outside, if my computer's kicking off a lot of heat, if I've got my TV on kicking off heat, if I've got my space heater on low, medium, high. So, and sometimes like if I'm getting hungry, like have you ever been so hungry you start getting cold and I'm like, oh, it's chilly, and then I'll look at my temperature, I'm like, oh, it's actually not chilly. So I have like a little thermometer thing that lets me help keep an eye on my room, and I do prefer it to be at least like 72, 73 in here. But because I've been gone all day, obviously don't keep the space heater on when I'm out of the house, so it's chilly when I get back from grandma's. 65 for your sleeping temp. Yeah, I don't mind so much. Like I turn off the space heater when I go to bed. But so snowman sounds gun or fun. Yeah, that's true also. Of course, when I drove over to my grandma's house, I was like, when is the last time I drove my car? Like, I really, my all-wheel drive is broken, and I've been using that completely as an excuse not to leave the house. Yeah. In fact, that actually might work better because, that might be an idea to explore a little bit more after the holidays, because I like that snowman idea. The problem is it would kind of be like, it's one of those things, God, that is actually tickling a memory. What else did I think of that I thought that would be great, but I don't know if I could. I'm pretty sure I could water marble it, but could I water marble it at a size that fits on my nails? Because if you guys, I took it out of the cup now and I didn't save it, but that snowman was way too fat to fit on a nail. A belly button. Heat vents on the ceiling. Wait a minute. I mean, I guess if it's blowing enough, it'll, but that's obviously not the way. Yeah, and my mom, I mean, she's a big believer of layers. And don't you have your long underwear on? And no, I don't like long underwear. It's uncomfortable. I don't want another layer under my pants. Yeah, I mean, I wish it was like a super classy old house, but at this point, it's just an old house. It's like got old house problems, like all the closets are tiny. There's only freaking one bathroom. The basement is gnarly and unfinished. Yeah, have to use a fan to get it to circulate down. Oh, you're Jackie. Blast you with Arctic winds. Okay, what was that? Okay, straight petals. We'll do straight petals. We'll use up the other half of our strip here, and then we'll move back to the gradient. What time is? Oh, it's 11. Okay. Let's not stream until the wee hours of the morning. If I want to do 10 drops, ending on those. Okay, so we'll start here. Start with the dark blue. Oops, we are dirty. We have an amoeba instead of a circle. Time to clean the surface. Hashtag polish amoeba. It'd be fun. When I've done it, it is super fun, and then the next day I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? I think the latest I've streamed is 4 a.m. ish. I know for sure I've streamed until 3 a.m. 2 a.m. is like not even that out of the ordinary, especially if I'm like doing a race or a rando or something. Oh, Hollow Knight. I hope I have some time for Hollow Knight this week. I thought I might stream last night. I was so tired. I actually did take that nap I was talking about, just like briefly. I don't even know if I actually fell asleep, but I definitely laid down for a minute. And it really felt good. And Beanie actually somewhat let me sleep in this morning. He never did come back, the little shit. But I couldn't sleep in that much because it's Friday. It's time to go to Grandma's house. Okay, so what I think I'm going to try here... Well, what I am going to try... Let's just do our stretch. And then skinny, straight petals. See all that moving? Ugh. Skinny, straight petals. I feel like the center's a little bit wide. But like I said, it's hard to shrink it because you just leave bald spots like that. Some polishes, you can do that and it's just very easy to shrink up. So if I did like this, I either would probably... Yeah, that didn't work at all for shrinking it. I'm kind of liking this though. I mean, I would have to maybe stay away from the center. See if we can... I like that. It's actually very simple and it's not something that I do very often anymore. Especially... Ooh, you know what we could maybe... Now that's a thing. I was planning on, like I said, I decided not to just do all petals. I wanted the water marbles to have some variation. The very last water marble is almost definitely going to be a stamped water marble, by which I mean getting the marble out of the cup on a stamper. I'm considering if I want to do that with this also, or if I want to... Whoa. Like, what direction I would want to stick this on my nails. I kind of like this best out of what I've done so far. But like if I put the nail like right here, if I wanted to dip two, of course they don't have to all be the same. Like on this side, the silver is on the round end, and on this end it's on the other end. I don't know. These are things to consider later. Now, let's see how our gradient looks if we just go immediately into another gradient. So, I'm pretty pleased with how this looks. Not 100% pleased, but that's not uncommon during the testing. Like, I feel like the blending could be better and all that stuff, but that's fairly easily fixed once we're actually on our nails. So let's, oopsie, get another leftover sponge and do another gradient here, and we're going to be going, oh man, there's all kinds of little fur and stuff on here. Get off. Guess that's what I get for letting it kick around my desk for a couple weeks. Opposite order. So, and the thing is, if this acts like it needs a white base going the other direction, then probably we'd want to start the first layer also with a white base. But I'm thinking we'll get a... See, that's the other problem. The silver over the darker blue here, we might be able to build it up opaque. Otherwise, yeah, we're gonna need a white base. Oh, and I can share with you guys, I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to this. The date for Cookie Day has been set. I know a lot of people wanted me to live stream it. I don't think that's going to happen, but I will be recording some of it. Definitely will share some pictures and stuff on Discord and do a... Will I... Okay, no, that should be fine. I was going to say, will I have finalized everything? Because, like, right now, it's mostly finalized, but I've still got some stuff that's, like, a work in progress. So, the silver is somewhat popping more, but I think I'm going to need a white base. Well, of course, maybe it doesn't matter if the second layer is exactly identical, because really, so when we're, do I have a pencil here? The triangle will go, well, that's not going to draw on top of the polish anyway. The triangle will be pointing toward the light bright silver of the first layer of gradient. So do we mind then that the silver that is near the cuticle is a darker silver than the silver that's at the point of the icicle? Because it's not like icicle's pointing the other direction too. It's icicle's pointing toward the finger, and then it's a reciprocal, but it's still like icy. Do you guys understand what I'm saying, or like what I mean? Does it detract that this silver will be darker than this silver if we don't do a white layer? It's kind of hard to show it when it's wet too, because we keep getting so much glare there. I mean, the other colors look pretty good, I think. In general, the whole thing's a little bit... Of course, this might even be a little bit darker if I had a base color. Maybe like... Okay. Car alarm. I don't know if you guys heard that. I was wondering if it was my car, but it stopped. Wait, I missed some chat. With a butt flap, Dino. I bet you can find some grown-up ones. I just missed that one. That's so, I feel like that's so rude when it's late. I mean, it's one thing like during the day or whatever, like sure. Like once it's late, if you're just sitting there, like have a little bit of courtesy. I mean, I may be guilty of that at times, but not at like 11 o'clock at night in front of somebody else's house. All the cute little kids grew up and became assholes. Everybody's saying it can be different. I think so too. And that would also make it a little bit different than kind of some of my other reciprocals where, because this isn't going to be as much of a optical illusion as like the green one or the purple one, where you've got the really skinny stripes. I liked the one I did with the wider stripes too, but that also is not as much of an optical illusion. When you have the really skinny stripes, I feel like it plays a little bit more with your eyes. But for this one, we're going to be using... Uh-oh. Okay. The lost stickers. No, we're going to be using these triangular shaped nail vinyls. So there's only going to be one on each nail, pointed, toward the tip. In fact, let's see how this actually fits on my nails right now. We've got plenty of these. We can play with one. You know what? Fuck that. We can play on here. We can do both. We can do both, you guys. How about that? So, like on my nails, we're gonna be straight, hopefully. Like that. Ish. So, it's perfect for the test gradient. Alright, let's, nope, you're there. That's where you are. I was going to move it a little bit, but that's apparently where it is now. That's where it lives now. Okay, I am on camera. Gotta stay on camera. Let's see how this looks. I can feel the sponge getting sticky. If I was doing my nails, I would not continue using the sponge right now because I can feel how sticky it is. Let's do a couple layers and then we'll actually see. I hope it peels off now that I stuck it on there. But if it does, we'll be able to see how this will actually look. Sometimes I don't like testing like that because I don't like wasting my vinyls. But those triangular ones, I have so many of anyway. Not like some of my full nail ones. Although some of the full nail ones you can stretch too, depending on the design. I'm going to be stretching the stained glass ones, as I mentioned. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that did not go on my pants. Just waiting for that to happen again. Anybody that doesn't know, I spilled completely polish on myself the other day. Uh-oh. Come on, please. Come on. Come on. Please. Please. Please? Yes? Yes. Let's, do I have... Oh, that's not top coat. This is top coat, and this needs to be filled. We need to do that right after stream. I like that. Let's stick some top coat on here. I think this is our winner, you guys. Oh, what messy top coat. Probably make the page curl up too, because it's... Yeah. Yeah, I think that actually, it almost looks intentional. If I can... There. It makes the icicle part look like it's in the foreground and like the darker part is in the background. Am I right? I mean, I think I'm right. I like that. Yeah, there will be top coat between layers when we're doing this on our nails for sure. Especially because like when I used to just not live stream tutorials, I would just like take a break in the middle of a manicure and like make sure it was dry. Now it's like trying to make sure it's dry while making sure I'm still have something to stream. Excuse me. Yeah, that unintentionally I think worked out really slick. And it'll be smooshed a little and the layers will be a little bit more blended together, but I also actually looking at it like this with the triangle on there, I like that the lightest blue and the silver are so close because it does feel right for the tip of the icicle to be the brightest color. Yeah. And I mean, you guys just watched me. The triangle is actually obviously in the back, but the shift in color makes it look like it's in the front. All right, that's ready to go. That's a done manicure, you guys. That's great. The water marble still needs a little bit of tweaking. But I think we're on the right path there. And I mean, with colors that spread like that, even though there's the little issues with tearing and stuff, I think we're going to be okay. Manatone. No, we don't need acetone. We've got peel off base coat. I am kind of tempted to take this off right now, except that I told myself after my last 3 nail breaks that all came like right in a row, no more naked nails in wintertime. Even just overnight, I don't want to take the polish off. So I'll either take these off tomorrow morning or I'll take them off at the very beginning of stream tomorrow. God, that's another thing I need to decide if I want to put time toward. The year in review and peelies. Boy, that's I know I just mentioned it the other day, but I have to admit it kind of had slipped my mind. So I am at the stream. Peel porn. All right, you guys. I'll wait until stream. People that we got a little bit of blue on here. It's okay. One of the ones that I didn't like anyway. That is why I don't usually test with a manicure on though, because I like to keep my peelies clean, and now this little peelie has a little bit of blue on it. You barely could see it. It's not there. Forget I said anything. But yeah, stream tomorrow. We'll do peels first. We'll do a little bit more testing of the I gotta be careful with this now because it's still wet. Of the dry brush trees. Like some of these trees I feel like turned out pretty okay. Like I kind of like this one. I actually do kind of like this one. But I need to make sure... My other thought too, like I said, was... Well, one of my other thoughts. It's hard to get that at the right... These golds are so tricky. Uh-oh, knocking over polishes. Okay, let's close the polish. Consider if I want to do something else with those same colors other than the tree. Like the garlands or... I don't know what else it might be. I really kind of want to stick with the tree, though. Because I kind of want to do the garlands in the shades of green. But then I'm like, the garlands I did last year were green. The garlands I did last year were a white base, a green garland, and red berries. They were, like, so freaking traditional. But I really liked how the technique came out. On the other hand, maybe I shouldn't reuse that same technique. Because we already did. If anybody missed the snowy branches. Is this peely? I really, really liked the snowy branches. I was so pleased with how these turned out. Which were same colors as the marble. So that's... I don't think I explicitly said it this stream, but that's the whole theme of 12 Days of Christmas this year is like nail art and then water marble. I don't think I actually put the Winter Water Marble Wonderland slogan in either of the tutorials. I keep saying it on stream. It's kind of cheesy and kind of a joke, but also kind of serious at the same time. But yeah, I feel like the Icicle is on the track to be as successful as a combination as like this was. And actually, even looking at this, I could even consider some other base colors for the water marble that might be successful other than white or black. Like maybe a gray would be a good for the water marble, or maybe the blue. Ooh, because yeah, the silver is a little bit darker. Okay, we're gonna do just a little bit more testing. I just closed up the bottles of polish. I was just getting ready to cut stream, but now I want to try these with the blues as a base. Then we'll be done for the evening. Started saving your peelies. Seems weird, but I know. I like having them, and really, I mean, they take up a minimal amount of room. I mean, I've got a baggie, and it's only about half. You guys want to see? Do I have it handy? I think I do. Oh. Are you closed? Are you open? You're weird, so am I. Look, there's something from last Christmas. Where is that? Right there. Candy cane reciprocal. There's one of the garlands right there. I'm gonna take it out and show you guys. Hey, there's another one from Christmas. The red and green and gold spots. Where are we here? Okay. Garlands were so freaking cute, you guys. Yeah, there's so many good memories in here. A couple sad memories. Like, oh man, that sucked. Here's the green reciprocal for anybody that missed it. And this was a 3-color gradient. And I mean, it just went so freaking smooth. This is like one of the smoothest damn gradients I ever did, and it looked so good with the reciprocal. So yeah, this is at least 2 years worth of peelies, maybe 3. I don't remember exactly when I started using Simply Peel. Wait, how do you even spend 6 hours every day? I mean, even when there was a point when I was doing my nails almost every day. It was funny because there was this old dude at work and he'd come to see me in the morning. He'd be like, let's see him. And I'd spend, he'd be like, wow, that's so cool. Like it wasn't creepy. I mean, that might have sounded kind of creepy, but it was kind of cool. And then one day, yeah, that's the thing. And when you're at work, you realize you really don't know people, and it kind of can hurt your trust in people in the world in general. Because, like, when people just all of a sudden one day leave and like never say goodbye to anybody, it's like, oh, I thought we were kind of almost friends, man, and you just pieced the fuck out. Yeah, it really, well, especially with the filing amethyst. Like, well, okay, you can't file for that long. Yeah, peel off base coat with me is really kind of hit or miss. You guys saw when I was peeling off the snowy branches, that like did not want to come off after one day, except for a couple on my right hand, and I think that was because, what was I eating? Something greasy. Food grease. If you're eating like chicken wings or like something that's like finger food and greasy and messy, yeah, your peel off manicure is going to come off so easily. Try and avoid. Makes me a neater eater. Like, oh, I guess I'll use a fork. It'll save my manicure. 6 hours a day filing and clip. I mean, like, your nails don't grow that fast. And if I was doing a 6-hour manicure, I wouldn't be changing it the next day. Unless it's 12 days of Christmas. Yeah. In his case, I forget what it was. It was he quit. I'm trying to remember exact, because I was not particularly in HR, but still like closely involved in HR. Like I knew all the HR goings on. But yeah, it was weird because he'd been there such a freaking long time. It's like, man, I never got your chicken dip recipe, man. Okay. So we've got the darker blue and the lighter blue. I think I want to try again. You know, maybe I should try. We're going to try the straight petals with 12 drops. And we're going to try something else. As yet to be determined. Just staring at her nails for 6 hours. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I've been trying to be super careful about during this. It's like, I know that I'm, more polish remover and everything, even with the peel-off base coat, than normally. So I'm really trying to be kind to my hands other than that. Okay. 2 more tests. Hopefully, if one of these is like the winner, that would be so great. Then we would have 2 manicures completely ready to go. And I mean, like, I feel like even though I am kind of in a situation where I'm, how many rings is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Wait, is that right? I think it is. I wanted to end on those. Maybe that's actually 12. I don't want to spend too much time counting because we need to... See, now I suppose I could try to drip more once I stretch it, but that never really seems to work out very well. This is just a tricky thing. Maybe chevrons with this sort of a pattern. Like skinny chevrons? That tearing though, do you see? Right there, it just pulls itself out of... Maybe I just really, really, really need to have a lighter touch. No, because even then that's pulling. It's like it's not dry, but it's not stretching either. Of course, the other thing is if we use a holographic base color as opposed to using white as the base color, that's going to be much less noticeable. That being the bald spots. Oh, that's actually not bad. Like I said, the bald spots are almost unnoticeable. Rink comes in very blue though. Like the silver really doesn't have its silver personality very much anymore. Where's the one I tested with the silver base? Yeah, I don't know. Or, do I have room to test that here? Maybe I should use this. This is silver. It's technically hollow, but it's also chrome, so it wouldn't be as hollow to where it interferes with things. I'm just painting it over part of the blue. Like that. I'll give that a minute to dry. That'll give us an idea. Maybe that's the solution. Chevrons less cool than sideways petals too. Chevrons honestly almost always disappoint me. I know. The water marble comb over. Oh my god. Just left all stuff on your desk. No note, no call, nothing. Wow. I can't relate to that. I mean, when I quit my job, I gave them so much notice, and I even stayed a little bit longer than I initially said because there were some issues, like there was some drama. Without going into like too much detail, it was almost like drama to the point where I was like, God, I can't quit now. And then I kind of was like, you know what? Yes, I can, because there's always going to be something. And that place was so stressful and toxic. This one also, maybe that's okay. Let's try that. We're gonna do side. Hey, Beanie, what was that little clumsy weird move? Bean. I forget what I was even in the middle of saying. Beanie interrupted me. It's his fault. Yeah, I do remember you saying that, Sunburnt. Was that one of the ones that was up here or in your normal area? Because I remember you said you had some guys that were actually up here in Minnesota. Yeah, and I mean, if things had gone smoothly, that job would not have been so bad, but things never went smoothly, and every single thing I tried to implement to make things go smoothly, people like basically refused to do. And I got so sick of being basically responsible for fixing other people's fuck-ups. And it was so funny because after I gave my notice and, I'm like walking down the halls and people are like, wow, you're smiling so much. It's like, dude, I'm happy. What a freaking concept. I know. You're used to me like running around here scowling because, somebody's wanting a hard copy check manually printed at 2:30 on a Friday because they forgot to turn in the invoice on time. Yeah, ATT and Big Lake. I know Big Lake is north of here. I've never actually been to Big Lake. Okay. We're going to do 12, but we're going to end on the silver. I'm wondering if the silver may react a little bit more cooperatively in the middle than the dark blue. Or actually, I guess the medium blue. And it may not. But we'll see. Wait. I started on the wrong color. Damn it. Okay, we're just going to noodle around in this then. Whoa. Because I want to see what kind of a pattern this creates. See, with this tears too much. I was thinking with the other one, because the gold spread so much that if I did a couple rings of red and black around the edge and then gold in the center... Actually, this is still creating some kind of cool things going on. That I could maybe, do a spiral around the edge of the large center blob. Okay, let's try this again and start with the right color this time. Okay. Wait, how many drops did I say I was going to do? Shit, I'm tired, you guys. I apologize. I feel like I'm, suddenly went from knowing what the hell I'm doing to being a spaz. 10. 10 drops of color, ending with silver. So I want to start with the light blue. Okay. Not losing it, just slightly confused for a moment. Okay. So, yeah, now we're on track. Because this will be 5, and this will be 6, and then one more round will be 10. Some of these bottles, too, are getting a little bit empty. I mean, not super empty, but empty enough where gotta be real mindful of getting a decent sized drop of polish on the brush. Because Because if you only have a tiny, tiny drop, it's not going to want to spread for you. See now, you see how that doesn't spread as well with that same 10 number of drops, but look how nice and narrow that center silver is. It's not this whole center part, because remember, this is dark, medium, light blue silver. Wait, is this? No, actually, I'm sorry, that is dark, medium, silver, light blue. So I actually just did this in the wrong order. By 2. I still think it's working slightly better than with the dark in the center. You know. So here's a thought. As similar as the silver and the light blue are in the water marble, maybe I want to skip one in the water marble. Oh god, that was a horrible dip. We still kind of got a view. And we got the difference of between the this side is over blue and this side's over silver. What I'm noticing over the silver is that reflectiveness is adding to the holo without over holofying, if that's a word. Like, so let's move the cup. This is the one I tested with black and silver, and you can see, well, let's zoom in, because we've learned this lesson 80 times. So like the black is just too much. The silver, you somewhat lose the pattern, versus over the blue and silver, like, if I can get these at a similar angle. Of course, one is wet and one is dry. So like this over the holo silver versus this over the silver chrome holo, I think that's the winner for our base coat. I'm still thinking about our base color. I think I probably could get away, though. I wonder which one I'd want to take out, though. Would I want to take out the light blue, or would I want to take out the silver? Because, like, in this, from right here and here is both of them. They're almost invisible. I kind of think I'd... I kind of think I'd want to take out the blue heaven. Yeah. Okay, I know I said that was the last test. I lied. I'm sorry. We're going to do 2 more tests. we are going to be here till 4 a.m. No, we're not. These are the last 2, because I think this is the solution. And then we're gonna have a fully fleshed out manicure ready to go. I'm leaning toward removing the light blue too, but we're gonna test it and see. Because, I mean, test strips have 2 halves, so a lot of times I end up testing something just because I have an extra half left, and then a lot of times it's like, oh, that's actually the best thing I did, and it was accidental. Okay. Prep this up with the silver chrome for the base. It's actually a benefit to be slightly less holo, I think, in this case. Get back over here. We're probably going to have to clean this off. It's looking super, super gross. We'll do that while this dries a little bit more. Okay, for a minute it was so stuck I thought I had closed it. Okay, so if we're taking out one, let's try without the light blue first. Still probably want to go for 10 drops, so we'll start and end with silver, and then that'll be like three 3 plus 1 rounds. So that's 4. It's not completely stretched here. There we go. One thing I have a lot of trouble doing left-handed, I almost never do left-handed, is the bullseyes. Like, I have trouble holding my hand steady and centered enough for it to actually go where I want it to go. So even when I'm doing my right hand, I still also drip the bullseyes with that hand. There, that's... Ooh, I'm super not on camera. I mean, like, partly on camera. Ooh. We're still a little bit wide. I maybe even can sneak like another drop. Like 12 drops. Yeah, this is looking better already. So there's with the silver, and now we'll do with the light blue. Whoops. That's not open, so I don't care that it tipped over. Okay. This is the time when the stream is winding down and I've run out of things to ramble about. Well, mostly. That I think perhaps it would be nice to have a little bit of background music. I might eventually add some more Kevin MacLeod stuff, especially once we get to the swatching. But maybe I'll find more to ramble about then than I think. And I still haven't bought my glass cabochons yet, you guys. Gotta get on that. Okay. Now, are you going to cooperate equally well? I feel like that actually cooperated a little bit better. You guys see the difference in how skinny the center is? Light blue might actually be the winner instead of silver. It's very minor. I mean, it's subtle. You could do the silver. The silver works. But I think I prefer the light blue. We'll see how it looks. I'm guessing it's gonna look pretty freaking similar though. It's more subtle. I like the way it reacts, but I actually like the way the silver looks better. So that's kind of a dilemma. Where am I here? So this side is the light blue. And it's a little bit more subtle. It's more fading in there. Whereas the silver, you're getting more of that. You're getting more of the design. You know, and actually, the pointed parts of this, like if I change the way I'm looking at this does look icicle-y to me. Now I'm debating on how I want to put this on my nail. Because initially I was thinking side petals. But now I'm thinking, actually, whoops, that's wet. I'm thinking like with the points toward the point of my finger. God, I'm like really getting clumsy with the camera here. I'm liking this one. I need to there. Let's leave ourselves a note. So often I'm like, oh, I'll remember exactly what's what. No, I won't. No, I won't. leave myself notes. Just like I was so glad that I left myself notes on the gradient of what colors I was using to do what on the gradient. Some Christmas music for 12 days. Yeah, Kevin MacLeod does have some Christmas music. In fact, I need to go check again because the Jingle Bells is pretty nice. People seem to like it, but I would if he has a Winter Wonderland rendition, I might use that. Excuse me. God, that was a hiccup. I hope it was just a singular hiccup. Something with vinyls over your nails, like stenciling the opposite color on your nails. Oh, it's the candy cane on the mistletoe and vice versa. I bet that would be cute. Yeah, you guys. I'm like reading. I'm like, I don't know if you said this before or after what I said, but yeah, icicles with the point toward blah, blah. Icicles with the point toward the tip. It was only the one. It was like a false alarm. Yeah, I hope so too. Lay down in bed and have them pop up again then. Well, I think that might need just a little bit more fine tuning, especially like as far as on the number of drops, but I think we've pretty much got the icicles laid down, and they're like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, it's icicles, so it's going to be icicle water marble, but I kind of like them being a little connected like that. It's not it's kind of more of an abstracty icicle. Like if you don't want icicle triangles on your nails, here's something that's just kind of pointy and wintry. So, okay, let me see. I'm really going to wrap up stream now. It's almost midnight here for me. We've been going for about 2.5 hours. So let me see what's going on in Twitchland other than Smash Brothers, which like everybody is apparently just completely losing their shit over. Because, oh my god, Smash. And I don't know if I've ever even actually played a Smash. I mean, it looks like a cool little fun fighting game, I guess. I'm looking here. Jerry's still going, but I know he's about to stop because it's almost midnight. So, but it's Friday evening, and you know who is streaming? Well, they're not actually streaming, but you know whose channel has stuff happening? It's Bob Ross. So I'm going to host you guys. Yes, Dino. As I come back, people are like, Bob Ross. Yeah, and hello again, Beanie. I got to go figure out what happened to your scarf. Hope that Clark didn't eat it. The poor man. No, not the poor man's Bill Alexander. I don't know. Bill Alexander's cool too. But Bob Ross is, I don't know. Bob Ross, I was remembering the other day of looking in the newspaper for the TV guide to see what time Bob Ross came on Channel 2 when I was staying at my grandparents' as a kid. I really like this one he's got going on now too. It's a dark background. So tomorrow in approximately, it's almost midnight, so 14 hours from now ish. I know I'm not the best at being on time. I'm working on it. Work in progress. We'll be back. If I get super frustrated with the red and gold, all of a sudden the icicles might become day 3 and 4. But the plan is to do a little bit more testing on the red and gold, to do the peelies, of course, per request, and then to do the red and gold and black nail art. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this late Friday stream. A lot more 12 days of Christmas still to go. Even though we've got this planned, we've still only got like halfway planned. Although really there's only, the greens are going to be the one more thing that it's hard to like test and figure out. The last 4 days I don't think I should need very much testing on, but yeah, I hope I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, of course, there are VODs. It'll all be up on YouTube. I completely understand there's real life and stuff. And if I don't see you tomorrow, maybe Sunday or next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Because I'll probably be streaming every single day for the next several days. for the foreseeable future, I guess I could say, till this series is all done. So, yeah. I'm sleepy. You guys are probably sleepy too. Listen to some Bob and have a good night.